It's CEO here and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to teach you 5 more ways to make lots and lots and lots of bells without Nintendo Online. After this video, watch my first video on 5 of the best ways to make bells without online, linked above and in the description. Time is money, so let's jump into the video. Number 1, Wasps. Catching and selling wasps is a great way to make bells because they sell for 2,500 bells each. And once you find a wasp, they're relatively easy to catch. What you need to do is hold a net when shaking your trees. Both cedar and hardwood trees can spawn wasps. Fruit trees and money trees cannot. As soon as the wasps fall out of the tree and your villager automatically turns, press A to catch them. Only 5 wasps max will spawn on your island per day, so you need to make sure you have at least 5 fully grown cedar and/or plain hardwood trees, although it's best to have more. Wasps can also spawn on mystery islands, so if you have spare Nook Mile tickets, you can do that as well. Just note that not all mystery islands will have wasps, cedar trees, or hardwood trees. Once you have your angry bees, don't sell them in your Nook's Dropbox. You'll only get 2,000 bells for them, so if you sell 5, you're leaving 2,500 bells on the table. So take the extra few seconds and sell them inside. Number 2, Poki. You can only make bells with this method if you have the Happy Home Paradise DLC. When you decorate vacation homes for your villagers and build facilities, you'll earn a lot of Poki. This Poki can only be used on the island to buy things, but we can trade it in for bells. Once you've decorated 23 vacation houses, Lottie will introduce you to your very own island ABD. Once you've unlocked the ABD, you can easily convert Poki into bells. Each day, there will be a different conversion rate from Poki into bells. And you can only convert 15,000 Poki into bells per day. So depending on that conversion rate, you can make more or less bells per day. Number 3, sea creatures. When you collect sea creatures, don't give them to blathers, but sell them for a profit. Many sea creatures sell for thousands of bells, so it's a great way to make money. If you're new to catching sea creatures, you'll need a wetsuit. You can buy this in Nook's Cranny or with Nook Miles. Put on the wetsuit and go into the ocean. You're gonna swim around and look for bubbles. Swim towards the bubbles until they become larger. Once you're close, the bubbles indicate that a sea creature is nearby. You might even see some dirt moving. Once you're at the bubbles, press Y to dive down and you'll see a shadow. Swim over the shadow to pick up the creature automatically. Some creatures swim away really fast, and those are usually the creatures that sell for more money in Nooks. So be prepared to spam A. Once you have all your sea creatures, sell them inside to Nook's Cranny, not the Dropbox. Basically, never sell anything in the Dropbox unless your life depends on it. You'll always make more bells by selling inside. The Dropbox only pays you 80% of what your items are worth, so you're losing out on 20% of your sale. 20% may not seem like a lot, but it adds up over time. Number 4, palm tree bugs. These are bugs that exclusively spawn on palm trees. You can make a palm tree bug farm by using a Nook Mile ticket and going to a mystery island. You can also make the farm on your own island, but it's much simpler to do on a mystery island. The only time I'll advocate for you to make a palm tree bug on your own island is if you only have palm trees on your beaches and no other plants anywhere. No flowers, no trees, no tree stumps, and no bushes, and I'll explain why later. First, you need to time travel to August and set your time to at least after 6 p.m. If you go before 10 p.m., you can catch all your bugs and make it back to your island in time to sell inside Nook's Cranny before they close. When you go to the island, make sure you bring your tools: a non-flimsy axe, because you're going to have to cut down trees, a shovel, because you're going to have to break rocks and dig up tree stumps, a net to catch the bugs, and a vaulting pole because there may be rivers you need to get across. Also bring a ladder because there may be cliffs you have to climb up. I suggest bringing gold variations of the axe, shovel, and net so they don't break while you're beetle farming. And yes, we're going to be hunting for rare palm tree beetles. And bring golden tools that are freshly crafted so they have the most uses in them. If your net or shovel breaks on the mystery island, you can buy the flimsy versions of them from Wilbur on the island. He only carries a flimsy axe, which will do you no good as it can't chop down trees. Once you get to the island, be sure coconut trees are growing on the beaches. If there's no coconut trees, you'll need to fly back to your island and use another Nook Mile ticket to visit a different island. Once that's taken care of, it's time to completely wreak havoc. Pluck all the flowers, don't dig them up as they'll take room in your pockets. Cut down all the trees except for the coconut trees on your beaches and dig up the stumps, and break every rock. If your mystery island has fruit, eat that and then hit the rock to break it. In case your mystery island does not have fruit, because not all mystery islands will have fruit, bring a stack of 10 fruits in case. You can always leave the fruit on the island to make room for more bugs in your pockets. You have to do all this because it will force only palm tree bugs to spawn, which will speed up the process of catching the bugs. The bugs that will spawn are beetles, and beetles sell for a lot of money. You'll want to catch every beetle you see, but you'll make the most money if you catch a rare beetle. Now go back to your beaches. If the coconut trees are too close together, eat some fruit and dig them up and plant them so they're farther apart. This will help spawn more beetles. You can even bring an extra palm tree or two with you in case your mystery island doesn't have a lot. I found that 6 palm trees is a good amount to have on the island. I said earlier that not every mystery island will have coconut trees, but if you don't feel like potentially wasting a Nook Mile ticket, bring coconut trees with you and any island will now have coconut trees. To help beetles spawn, walk around your island and make sure your trees go out of view. The beetles will spawn off screen, so this is an important step. Walk around and look for beetles on the trunks of the coconut trees. Don't run near the trees as they can scare away the bugs. As soon as you see a beetle, walk slowly to the tree. A trick to help you catch the beetles and avoid a miscatch is to dig one hole in front of every tree. This will ensure you don't get too close to the tree when catching bugs, because if you are too close, the net will hit the tree and cause the bug to fly away. Once you spot your prey, walk towards the tree. When you're close, press and hold A to activate stealth mode with your net. Now when your villager walks, they'll move very slowly automatically. This will help you not accidentally scare the bug away. Catch the beetle, then repeat these steps until your whole inventory is full of bugs or until you're tired and want to go back to your island. To squeeze the most juice out of your Nook Mile ticket, fill your entire inventory with bugs, although it may take even up to an hour or more. Sell your bugs inside Nook's Cranny, not the draw box, and you'll make bank. Bonus, if you spot a tarantula or scorpion, catch that too. They both sell for 8,000 bells. Number 5, Blue Rose DIYs. Thank you to Winterwolf512 for sharing this bell making method. For this method, you'll need blue roses and either the blue rose wreath DIY or the blue rose crown DIY, or both. Each wreath sells for 20,000 bells, and each crown sells for 12,000 bells. So this is a great way to maximize your pocket space to make as many bells as possible. First, if you don't have any blue roses, you'll need to breed them. You can do this by following the flower hybrid guide I have on the screen. Thank you to Pella and Backwards End for making this guide. Pause the video now and take a screenshot so you can use it later. Here is also a more simplistic guide that you can follow to breed blue roses by UA Crossing. In the meantime, you'll need to work on getting the blue rose crown and the blue rose wreath DIYs. You can get DIYs from villagers crafting in their homes, bottles washed up on your beaches, and from popping balloons. This method is a little easier if you already own these DIYs. Once you have your blue roses, continue to water them so they duplicate. The more blue roses you have, the more money you can make each day. Flowers spread like wildfire in this game, so this shouldn't be too hard to accomplish. You may notice this method is very similar to the gold rose method where you craft gold rose crowns and wreaths. But blue roses can reproduce, and gold roses can't, making it easier to gather more blue rose petals in a shorter amount of time. Now pick all of your blue rose petals by standing on them and pressing B. Go to your DIY crafting table and craft the blue rose crown and/or the blue rose wreath. The crown requires 6 petals to craft, and the wreath requires 10 petals. Which one you decide to craft will depend on whatever DIY you have and how many petals you've harvested for the day. The flower petal to bell ratio is the same for both DIYs. Each petal equates to 2,000 bells once in their crafted form. Once you have your pocket stuffed with blue rose crafts, go inside Nook's Cranny and sell them. Look how much money I just made, and I didn't have to catch any bugs or go to a mystery island. Out of all the methods I showed you today on how to make bells, the blue rose method is my personal favorite because I love breeding flowers. But which method you choose is up to you and what works best for your playstyle. So which bell making method do you think you'll use on your island? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new, and good luck on your bell making journey. A huge thank you to my YouTube channel members for your continued support of me and my channel. All my members get these super awesome perks, including getting all of your comments hearted by me, priority when I do multiplayer events on my Animal Crossing live streams, and 24/7 access to my treasure island, and 24/7 access to my new catalog island. My treasure island is an island full of items dropped on the ground that you can take, including every crafting material, all the new DIYs from the 2.0 update, all seasonal DIYs, Nook Mile tickets, and so much more. On the screen is the current map for my treasure island. I'm also now offering a 24/7 catalog island that is every item you can catalog. This is the best and quickest way to get hundreds of items you don't have yet. This is my current catalog island map, and for more information about cataloging, I've linked my tutorial above and in the description. If you would like to become a member and get access to these amazing and helpful perks, you can click the link above or in the description, or you can click the join button on my channel's homepage or in the link in my about section. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.